Hey, what's up? My name is Paul Russell Parker III. You might know me as PRP3 the author, as you see on my shirt. Now, that is because I'm an author of 9 published books. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because I think there's something that's important for authors, especially indie authors, who may not have such a wide audience yet, or authors and indie authors who might have some time in between their books. They might have not published a book in the last year or so or more, and you have readers and followers who are literally hanging on to your every word. And sometimes if you're waiting 2 years, 3 years to hear from your author for a new book, you lose interest. You don't know what they're doing anymore. You might not read their next book that comes out. You might read it 10 years later when you find out that there was another book. So I think it's very important to stay engaged with your readers. For authors, especially indie authors, even if you are not publishing at the moment, you might be working on something, but you have readers who want to know what you're doing. They might want to know what you're thinking. I know that was something that was, kind of something I was, involved in, I guess, as a reader before I was a published author. I always wanted to know what my author was doing. I would read a book and find out they had a series or another kind of book or a book in another genre, and I would read everything that they published. And then I would, at the time of the internet, I'm not that old, but in the late 90s, early 2000s, you weren't going online to find what your authors were talking about. But in this day and age, I was able to go look at websites and whatnot to see if authors I was reading had other forms of communication that they had with their readers, other formats that they stayed in touch with. Now, I know some authors, they do newsletters, and I have a website myself. It's www.prp3theauthor, no spaces on the shirt, but it'd be prp3theauthor.wordpress.com. I also have social media: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, where my readers can follow me and still see what I talk about. They can still see I put out, things that they can read and stay engaged with my readers. Because I know one of the worst things that you can do is be an author with like only 1 or 2 books, and that's it. Your readers are like, I want more, I want to read something, I want to, what else can this author talk about or write about, and I'll read it all up. So I try to stay engaged, and I found that one of the best ways to do it is to make videos, because I know a lot of people do like to read, and obviously because they're your readers. And I write articles, I write blogs, I write things that I think about, or just things in general. I write about anything really, and people will read it. So I figured another good thing to do is to be able to interact more with your reader. And I feel like making a video is something that's more interactive, because they can hear your voice, they can see you, and that's kind of good. Because I know there were some authors I was reading, you saw like one picture in the back of a book of an old, outdated picture of when they were young, and that's the one that uses their book info, their blurb, their whatever, their data, their front data, back data, whatever you want to call it. That's the picture they use, and you're like, okay, well, what else does this author do? Do they go fishing? Do they do things I do? Do they like things I like? So I like the video format because it's more personal for me. Now, as a author, and you're going to make videos, there's certain equipment that you're going to be looking into. Now, I have been building my studio up for years. I think I started in 2017, so it's been about 3 years. And I started out, I bought a couple things, and then I started piecing things here and there. And there was a move, so I got rid of some equipment, and I had to take a while before I set my new studio up in my new residence. So one thing I had when I first started, and I still have, but I don't use it at this time, it's a Logitech HT Pro C920 webcam. Now, when I was using my laptop and computer to make videos, that for me, that was the best webcam out there. There was the webcams that came with the computer or the laptop, the built-in ones, they weren't good at all. So I got that one because I did a little research and found out that a lot of bloggers and vloggers, YouTubers were using the Logitech HD Pro, the C920 webcam, and I love it. We still use it on my regular computer in my regular room, but for right now, I'm using my iPhone 11 Pro Max, because it's really great quality recording, and it works well. I mean, I'm able to take great videos with this, and I can take it anywhere I want. And there are apps on my phone that I can use. I've used apps to put together videos like InShot, and I believe it's iMovie, Movie Maker, that comes with the Apple iPhone. So I use those two. Now I have backgrounds that I use, just regular backgrounds. I also have a green screen, and the green screen comes in handy when I'm making videos because I can put different pictures behind me, and like of my book covers or like coffee tables with my books on, and, or a library or something when I'm talking about books, or I can use something sports related if I'm making a sports video. So with the green screen on my cell phone, my iPhone, I use that iMovie or Movie Maker from the Apple app that comes with the phone, and I'm able to use the green screen function with that, and it works perfect. So InShot is one I downloaded and I use it, and I also use that Apple iMovie Maker, Movie Maker, whatever it's. I should know the name of it, but it's on my phone, and I didn't have to download it. It just comes stock, and it's a great app to use with your phone. I probably will upgrade one day to an iMac, some kind of Apple laptop that I'm able to use and transport with me, and that'll be easier for me to use than using my phone, because I'm constantly having to take videos off my phone, and if I was using the laptop it'd be easier. Anyways, I don't want to digress. I use a light stand because you kind of see there's it's pretty bright light right now, and so I use a Neewer RL-12 LED ring light. Now it's a ring light. I'll show you a picture at the end of the video. I'm not gonna show it now because I'm not gonna take apart the studio as a. Now for my microphone, I found a pretty nifty one. It's called the Audio Technica AT2020 USB Plus, and I'll show you. That's what it looks like right there. You see the little blue light, the little blue light inside lets you know that the microphone is on and recording. So there's other stuff that comes in the bag with it. There's a little stand that you can put on your table with, that a USB cable comes with it, and it comes with a little travel bag and stuff. I'm not gonna go into all that because if you're using it for your studio, you're not worrying too much about the specifications, the hertz, the all the different levels. You're just looking for a good microphone that works. So I use this USB Audio Technica AT2020 USB Plus microphone, and I'm able to use that with my iPhone I bought an adapter. It's a Lightning to USB camera adapter. The USB microphone plugs into right here. This plugs into your phone, and it provides power to the microphone. So the microphone is powered by this plug-in, and then my iPhone is capturing everything that I'm saying. So I really can't live without this adapter. I've used this adapter, like I said, you can use it for cameras. Just about anything that has a USB, you can plug it into your phone with this adapter. It's called a Lightning to USB camera adapter. So I got my USB microphone plugged into that adapter into my iPhone, and I'm able to capture my audio and use it. So the next piece is my Audio Technica ATH-MUOX Professional Studio Monitor headphones. Now these have swivel ear cups and a detachable cable. I like them. They're the only pair that I've kept. I had a couple other different kinds of studio type headphones that I used when I first started, different brands, different quality, and I found that these are really good quality. I can use it with my microphone. I can hear real well with my cell phone or plugged into the microphone. So I like these. I use these, and I'm able to hear and record things. And if I was using like some kind of recording studio, these would be really good earphones to use. And I just want to double back because I forgot some things about the Audio Technica AT 2020 USB Plus microphone. Is that there's a built-in headphone jack because I got my headphones plugged into it right now. On the front, there's a mic monitor and computer monitor, and I'll show you that. All right, you saw that right there, and that's for, it's pretty self-evident, obvious. When you have it on mic, you monitor everything that's coming out of the mic at that moment. If you have it on comm or computer, whatever you're plugged into, like your laptop, your cell phone, or whatever, you can hear what's playing on that device when you play it back. And then there's a volume for your headphones right here. So you can turn the volume up, you can turn the volume down to hear either your comm device or your microphone. So yeah, sorry about that. So now what you're seeing more than just a microphone when I hold this up. You're also seeing a microphone shock mount with pop filter. So this is a shock mount, this cage like contraption that you see here. Your microphone will slide right into it, and it comes with the pop filter. Now the pop filter slides right on, and it's stuck on here, not stuck on here, but held on here with rubber bands that keeps the pop filter. And the good thing about the pop filter is it stops excess noise, like if it was windy, or if you're blowing a lot of air out, you're breathing heavily, or you're sighing heavily into it, it'll filter some of that out. So the pop filter comes with the shock mount. The shock mount and pop filter came together, and the microphone was separate. All this stuff is separate. So, and you see that I'm lifting this up and I'm lowering it a lot. Now I have the microphone attached to a newer adjustable, newer N-E-W-E-E-R, newer adjustable microphone suspension boom scissor arm stand. So, and I have a picture of it as well at the end of this video. Now this is just basically a scissor arm stand that's hooked onto my table. I can move it up, I can move it down, I can move it to different directions. I can even have it to where the microphone itself is coming down like this, and I can talk into it and whatnot. But I like personally having my microphone below like this and in front of me. So let me adjust it. But you see how easily adjustable it is. I'm able to move it around and whatnot. So I have the scissor arm, the suspension boom scissor arm, and that's pretty much it. I do have a stand, a selfie stick stand that I use for my cell phone right now, that is holding my cell phone for this. It's a Fujitech, and then you see the picture of it right here. That's what I'm looking at right now. I see the stand in front of me, and my cell phone's right there in front of it. So the stand, the cable, the adapter cable, the light, the scissor arm, the shock mount, the pop filter, the microphone, all of this is Vital equipment. My background, I have different kinds of backgrounds. I have a green screen. Those apps, like I said, InShot is a good one. The iMovie, the movie maker app that comes stock with iPhones, that's a good one. The headphones, all this is Vital equipment that you can use, that you really need to make a good video, good quality video. Because you can just, you can really you can just take your cell phone out and make a live video and upload it, and it'll work. It'll do its job and whatnot. But if you want to have your own studio type setup, this is the kind of equipment that you should be looking at for your setup. And it will cost a little bit. It'll put you back some, depending. But like I said, I bought my stuff over an extended amount of time. 3 years I've been buying things here and there and making my studio set up in the style I want it to be. So it will cost a little bit, but it pays off, because I have new readers, believe it or not, who are finding me because of my YouTube videos, or who are finding me because of my website, my blog, and they're looking and like, oh, let me look at this person's contact, or let me look at this person's little tab. It says bio here, or it says books and social media pages, and they find out I'm an author because they visited my page, and they stumbled upon my page because of some article I wrote, or they stumble upon my video and they realize, oh, he's an author, PRP3 author, let me look it up. And I've gained readers that way. I've gained, I put some of that information, like my website information, in my books, even my paperbacks. You'll open it up and say books, and it'll have a list of printed books, book names that I published, and it'll say find more books or more information, and I'll mention my website, www.prp3theauthor.wordpress.com, and they'll go to my website and they'll say, oh wow, this person's on Instagram, or this author, he's on Facebook, let me add him. So I've gotten ads that way. I've gotten readers engage. I've had a lot of reader engagement on social media, so I think that's awesome, because I really like talking to my readers and my followers. We may not talk face to face, but I will communicate, and I will answer questions and whatnot. I used to get a lot of questions on my Goodreads author profile and whatnot. So yeah, I think it's vital. It's vital to be available and have new content coming out for readers to stay engaged, because you don't want to lose your readers. Your readers, believe it or not, want to be engaged by you. They want to read what you want to write, or they want to constantly follow you. Because I know I did. I was looking up author before I had really an idea of social media and like websites and all that, and author webpage. Because before, I wasn't looking up authors on the internet to see if they had pages. But then when I found out that some did, I was reading what they're writing. I was like, this is awesome. I read every single one of their books that they published, and now I'm reading more of what they got. So until a new book comes out, I'm just engaged. I'm looking to see what they got. There's new stuff coming out. So yeah, it's vital, I believe, especially as an indie author, because how hard it is in this industry to gain readers, because to gain readers, they have to see your work, they have to know it, they have to be able to read it and purchase it and download it. And unless you're out there creating formats and ways for them to find you, they're not going to know that you're there. So like I said, the more avenues that you have available for them to be engaged with what you're putting out there, the better. So like I said, you'll see some of the equipment pictures at the end of this video. Like and subscribe, and let me know how your studio turned out. Did you do something similar? Were you thinking about building, but you're not sure about building a studio, but now you're like, okay, well, maybe I'll do something. Let me know. Talk to me. I like to see success stories, because I want everyone out there to achieve and to be able to engage the readers and have all these avenues that the readers can lose themselves in, especially during a time like this when everyone's stuck in their house. So like and subscribe, and I appreciate it. Have a good one.